Jerry Dulac.
And it looked like you were trying to go over the linebackers a little bit more midfield throws in this game. Was that kind of the plan, and what was happening on some of those disconnects?
Yeah, I just felt like they were taking away some of the underneath stuff, so we wanted to take some shots down the field, and the disconnect was probably just me not making it happen.
Jeff Hathorn.
Ben, what was different to start that third quarter that wasn't there in the first?
I don't know. Guys made a lot of plays, and it was awesome to see.
Anthony Jaskolski.
Ben, it seemed like they were flipping their defensive backs a lot and throwing a lot of different looks at you. Did that keep you off balance at all?
You know what? They're just their whole defense kept us off balance. I wasn't good enough today.
Dejan Kovacevic.
Ben, to look at it from the positive standpoint, when you threw the pass to Deontay for the touchdown and everything, I mean, I saw the reaction that you had with JC when he turned around here. Is there anything that you can take from this positive? Because you did start throwing downfield. Is there anything you can take?
I'll have to look at it and figure it out. Right now, it doesn't feel like there are many positives.
Alan Saunders.
Ben, there's been a couple, many good plays and good throws in this little slide you've been on. Do you feel like maybe inconsistent is the way that the fair way to describe the passing offense right now? And how do you describe some of the causes for being so good at sometimes and then not getting the results you want at some other times?
I would say that I'm not consistent enough, which affects the offense because the ball's in my hand every play.
Joe Rudder.
Ben, what is the level of frustration and concern right now as you head in the last 2 weeks?
High frustration.
Mike Pursuta.
Ben, you were talking about the time you had left a couple of days ago. Everybody just breathe. Is it getting harder to sell that message, and is it getting harder to believe in that message?
We'll never stop believing in it. We'll never stop believing in these guys and this team. So we'll push forward.
Mark Caboli.
Ben, it looked like Deontay was able to step up today. How important is that moving forward for you guys?
Yeah, I was happy for him and proud of him. He made some really, really big plays for us today, and so it was fun to see.
Didi Kinkabala.
And you have been so adamant all year that you feel great. You've been refused to use coming off of surgery as an excuse. But do you right now, in the month of December, truly feel 100% in your arm?
Well, I don't think anybody that plays this game at any level, at any position, I should say, whether it's week 1 or week 16, feels 100%. So, no, I would say that I don't feel 100%, but nobody does right now.
Will Graves.
Ben, what'd you like out of Benny tonight? It seemed like he certainly gave you guys a boost in the run game.
Yeah, I thought he ran hard. I was really proud of the way he ran the ball.
Couple more, Brooke Pryor.
And I know you said before that your performance is not injury related. Mike Tomlin has said the same thing, but does it take a while to get the elbow warmed up, especially when you're playing in colder weather games like tonight?
Nope.
Final one, Jerry Dulac.
Ben, you're 2 weeks out from the postseason. Can you get this straightened out? And if not, is it going to be a short stay in the postseason?
Well, we better get it figured out, Jerry. And I think we can.
All right.
Not only a Steeler great, but an NFL football great. Our condolences go out to Tara and his family. And, even from a distance, we're with you during this difficult time. In regards to the game, just not good enough for us. The performance speaks for itself, man. We turned the ball over at the early portions of the game. You can't do that. You can't do that versus anybody. We gave them the short field 3 times in the first half or so. And so it was an uphill battle the rest of the way because of that. They were able to, hide the ball a little bit because of those circumstances. I thought they had a good plan. You got to tip your cap to them, particularly with some of the quarterback design runs that were able to keep us off balance and minimize some of the things that we were able to do on possession downs. And so I want to give them credit. But largely, man, we got a lot of work to do. We're not a good football group right now. And so We understand the consequences that come with that. We're working on a short week. We got to be better than what we've been, and that's just the reality of it. From a health standpoint, Derek Watt had a concussion, wasn't able to come back. Ebron had a back injury, is being evaluated. He wasn't able to come back, and Marcus Allen had a stinger that he was able to come back from. Questions?
Dale Lawley.
Mike, on the I know you're upset with the offense, but on the touchdown drive that they had in the second half, the long sustained drive, 7 of the 8 plays were running plays on that drive. Did they make some kind of adjustment there, or were you guys giving up yards?
Like I mentioned, man, I thought, the quarterback design runs were significant. The quarterback draw, I think, on 3rd and 6, when they went empty, was a big play for them. They had a nice plan, particularly in regards to the quarterback run. I think that guy had 50 yards and a touchdown, man, and you got to give him credit for that.
Joe Rudder.
Yeah, Mike, did you like the team's preparation and readiness coming into this game?
I did.
Dejan Kovacevic.
Mike, what's your level of concern or your evaluation just of Ben's performance? He keeps missing. Is it an injury? What's happening with him right now?
No, it's not injury related. It just wasn't good enough, like all of us, me included. We got to be better.
Mike Pursuta.
Mike, what's your sense regarding your team's confidence level, and are you concerned it's getting a little fragile?
We better not be confident after a performance like that. I'm not concerned about our confidence. We got work to do.
Mark Caboli.
Mike, you got about 3 weeks until the playoffs start, and you've had 4 subpar games. Can this be fixed simply?
Yes.
Will Graves.
Mike, you guys talked a lot about physicality during the week, and you saw the first half was not great offense-wise. What were the issues there, and did they not respond the way that you wanted them to respond?
We turned the ball over. And so, I don't know that that's representative of the physicality discussion, but we turned the ball over and we can't do that.
Brooke Pryor.
Mike, you guys were using more deep and intermediate throws in the first half. Ben wasn't having much success. Looked like he had some more in the second half. What kind of adjustments were you making at halftime with him?
It wasn't about plays. We weren't performing well enough. And so I don't know that there were any major adjustments at the half schematically. We didn't have enough success. We didn't convert enough third downs. We didn't take care of the ball well enough to analyze the schematics from that standpoint. We had to do fundamental things better than we did in the first half, and so that was the discussion.
Alan Saunders.
Mike, you were able to get Benny going a little bit. Do you feel like the score prevented you from maybe doing more of that than you would have liked?
It did, but that's what happens when you fall behind in football games, and the same thing with their ability to run the quarterback and so forth, man. When you're behind in football games, they can run the quarterback on possession downs and things of that nature. We got to start faster. We can't spot them. And I think that had a lot to do with the trajectory of the game in terms of how it unfolded.
Jerry Dulac.
Hey, Mike, the objective is always to get into the playoffs and move through the playoffs. What's your level of concern right now as you're getting close in the way the club's performing?
I don't have a playoff type perspective as I sit here. I got a 6-day perspective in terms of our next outing. And that is nothing new. We're 1 foot in front of the other in terms of our mindset. We're singularly professionally focused regardless of the outcome of football games. And so that's where our head's at.